I'm only human. It's hard to count all of the mistakes I made. I'm only human.
Hey internet, guess what? New camera angle. I used the little suction cup thing that I used to time lapse in the window of the Jeep on the road trip, and I've attached it behind my rear view mirror. So a couple days ago I made a video where I went to the grocery store and I shopped for some stuff, and I got a handful of comments from people in multiple locations about, why don't you just take us with you? Because my day-to-day life really isn't that interesting, to be honest, but for some reason you people watch it. The old Dodge gonna start. The old Dodge always starts. Make sure my radio is turned down. Anyway, I got a handful of things to do today. I got pulled away from work yesterday because my neighbor called and said we were having issues with the sewer pipe again, and I was really hoping that my downstairs bathroom didn't overflow again. Thank God when I got home it hadn't. It had only erupted on their side. And anyway, they had to bring it out, bring some big machine. There was some, I don't know, the one guy said it looked like bubble wrap, and the other guy said it looked like some sort of a big piece of fabric that was stuck in the lines. I have no idea. And it isn't right currently because there's still water standing in it, which shouldn't be. I don't fucking know. I don't know the first thing about sewer other than you flush the toilet and it goes away and you pay the bill and it's way too much. So I gotta go back down to Folly Beach yesterday. I got to finish up a yard that I started, and then I got one more to do down there, and then I got a handful of things I got to do downtown, and then we're going to go on a tour of my mother's vegetable garden because I have to go tend to her grass today. I'm going to go to the grocery store. I made a mental note of everything that I have in my kitchen, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm going to go just get like a half a pound of ground beef if they have it in the butcher counter, which they don't always have ground beef in the butcher counter. And I'm going to make a little mini shepherd's pie for the wife and I. Because, I mean, when I make a big shepherd's pie and use a full pound of ground beef, I mean, it'll feed like 6 people for $6. I mean, anyway, I'm going to flip this around and try to put a little bit of time lapse on where I'm driving today. Well, I lied. I forgot. I don't have the frame lapse software application on this phone. Sorry. Try to be honest with you. Alright, 1 yard down. Several more to go. So, anybody do anything exciting on spring break? Or anything not exciting, perhaps? Anything exciting going on in your world? Let me know. Don't forget to join the Facebook group if you haven't. We're about to roll over 300 members. Haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do a group giveaway at 300 members, because there's only 3 more people need to join. So perhaps if we get it up to 400 people in the Facebook group, I'll do a giveaway. I have a 1 pound bag of peanut butter M&Ms. So if you haven't joined my Facebook group, hurry up, go join. Matter of fact, you know what, I'll make it 325. Facebook group, when it gets to 325 members, I'll send you out a pound of peanut butter M&Ms. Enjoy the scenery. it downtown. I'm in beautiful, historic Charleston, and I spotted something kick-ass in the driveway next to where I parked. Hold on, and I'll show you. Yeah, E90 M3. So we've made it to my mother's house, and her neighbor has got the happiest dog on the block. Yes, he does. And then they got the yappiest dog on the block. How you doing? How you doing? You suck. All right. There you go. Hey, puppy dog. This is a different puppy dog. All right. All right. See ya. That's my mother's lovely neighbor. This is my mother's backyard. Yeah, she has a house in her backyard. Anyway, this will be nobody's mom's garden. I'm not exactly sure what everything in this garden is because I didn't plant it. I know there's a lot of herbs and things of the sort. Some sort of a leafy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a landscaper, not a gardener. If I had to guess, I think these are probably peppers. There's the little cart from the video the other day. Brought it over here for her. I think those are squash. And she's got this elaborate little setup over here going on. All kinds of other. I think she's got beans going. Flowers going and some tires over there. Those are those little birdhouse things that I found at Joann Fabrics. She's got sitting out here. I found this Red Bull thing in the trash. She turned it into a flower planter. Hummingbird. But yeah, that would be a tour of nobody's mom's garden. I now get to cut the grass. Isn't that exciting? Ooh-wee. Alright, so I do gotta charge my mother a small tax for cutting her yard. Diet ginger ale and a Diet Dr. Pepper. That's the tax. How does that even happen? And then you get out of the car at the grocery store in your Prius. Fucking Prius drivers. Go back to Connecticut. We're full. Headed into Harris Teeter. Made it home. Ended up with a pound of ground beef because it's Friday. And some buttermilk for mashed potatoes. Yeah, they didn't have any full fat. My grocery store is full of a bunch of pussies. They don't have any full fat buttermilk. Anyway, shepherd's pie meat. Jesus, can't speak English. And buttermilk for the mashed potatoes to go on top. I'm going to get the meat and the potatoes going. I'll catch you in a second. Alright, so basic shepherd's pie. Throw your pound of ground beef in the pan. I'll show you about how I season it after I drain it. Mashed potatoes, cut them fuckers up in little pieces, put them in the bucket. A little bit of water, it's not rocket science. The potatoes are going to end up over here in my trusty duty KitchenAid mixer, to which I actually really only have one good plug. So I have to unplug my toaster, because my kitchen is not only the smallest kitchen on the planet, it only has one plug in it. So I'm going to cut these fuckers up and get them in that pot, and I'm going to brown that ground beef till it's dead and drain it. For those of you that don't get it, cut up your potatoes, brown your ground beef. You're also going to need a casserole dish, to which I have this ginormous casserole dish. And you're also going to need some tomatoes. I cook with a lot of canned tomatoes. Guess what else you're going to need for this recipe? If I can get the cans back in the cupboard. Well, hello, pasta. French fried onions. The French fried onions are going to go in the potatoes. Yep, good stuff. Grind your ground beef. Preheat your oven. 350. And all you British twats don't need to tell me that shepherd's pie, or I should say British, Scottish, Irish twats don't need to tell me that all you need is peas. I use frozen mixed vegetables. It's a way to sneak vegetables in, a lot of them. You'll see with the tomatoes when they go in the pan. Yeah. Gotta drain the fat. It's bad for you. Once you got the fat drained, you want to add your Italian-style diced tomatoes right to it. And I know I said I was going to make a half a batch of shepherd's pie, but that just doesn't happen with me. That's a pound of ground beef, a can of tomatoes. Here's when the mixed vegetables come in. And you sneak the vegetables past your children. Because it's wrapped up in mashed potato and ground beef goodness. They eat it anyway, which is carrots, corn, green beans, and peas. And again, all you British fucking twats out there, that's not a traditional shepherd's pie. I know. You're not stupid. I've had real shepherd's pie at a legit English pub ran by a guy who could barely speak American English. And it come in a tiny little white thing, had like 3 peas in it and some instant mashed potatoes on the top of it. You British fucks. You make the most boring fucking food on the planet. However, this is how you make shepherd's pie not boring. You add some shit to it. Oh, but wait, who would I be if I didn't season it with my McCormick's roasted garlic and herb? This shit is to die for. And I mean no disrespect to any of you British people, but fucking British cooking, like there's a reason that, like, you guys get American chopped and we don't get fucking UK chopped on our Food Network. And that, like, Iron Chef was from somewhere in fucking Asia. Like, British cooking is boring as fuck. It all tastes the same. It's got no seasoning. You guys don't get proper sugars over there. Your fucking fruit comes out of Egypt. I'd rather deal with the fruit that comes out of Mexico that they grow with fucking human shit than fruit from the middle of that desert. Anyway, potatoes are boiling. Catch you in a minute when I put it in the casserole. Bitch. Alright, once you've let this simmer a little while, you see all that liquid over there? You want a lot of that to go away so it doesn't bleed through the top of your potatoes. But that's about an appropriate amount. I'm going to set this down because into the casserole it goes. And that is a hot ass frying pan. Put that shepherd's pie mixture right up in there. You can still hear my potatoes boiling like crazy. Evenly distribute this throughout the dish. Press it down a little bit. Alright, now we're waiting on the potatoes to finish boiling. But yeah, just want to make sure that is evenly pushed down all the way around. Good and tight. If you ain't never made shepherd's pie, if you think your kids won't eat shepherd's pie, just make it for them, put it on the plate, they'll eat it. It's delicious. Okay? And I mean, you can use however much butter you want in your mashed potatoes, but these mashed potatoes are going to get 4 tablespoons of butter and buttermilk. French fried onions, roasted garlic and herb seasoning. You can also use sour cream in your mashed potatoes. You could use ranch dressing. Like, what do your kids like to eat? Put it in this bowl with some potatoes and spin it around. Or with a thingamajig that you smash the potatoes with and smash them up. Your kids will eat it, I promise. Alright, so once you drain your potatoes in the colander, dump them in that bitch. Ooh, hot steamy taters. Because I got the fucking Boss mixer, you gotta crank that shit up. Bang. Not at all. Let's see. What do we see from up here? Alright. My KitchenAid mixer bowl. Thank you for bearing with me while I do this. Alright, so by now the butter's all beat up in there. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of buttermilk to work on the consistency, and then I'm going to hit it with some seasoning. Because if you don't have buttermilk mashed potatoes with butter, you ain't got shit. Said this guy. And if your mama's got something else to say, you can send her my direction and I'll tell her otherwise. Mix that shit around. Midway here, you've actually got to turn it off, bring it down, scrape all the stuff off the sides, because it sometimes will bunch up on the sides. Bring it back up, and turn it back on for a minute. And I don't mean figuratively for a minute, but casual talking. Bring it up for about a minute. That's still too thick for my liking, even though I like my ladies thick. I like my potatoes a little bit creamy. And you can never have too many mashed potatoes, because you can always like take this the next morning and form little patties out of it, put it in a frying pan and make little mashed potato pancakes. Alright, those are starting to look light and fluffy. Mikey likes it. And if Mikey likes it, the wifey's gonna like it. That's it from right there. Alright, so in the event you have any of that leftover buttermilk, you can always save that for Saturday morning. So that you can then take a bag of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and grind them up in your blender and make pancakes out of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because shit like that happens around here on a pretty regular basis. It's a wonder that neither my wife or I weigh like 500 pounds, because I just get ideas and I go in the kitchen and I make them. Anyway, so remind you, you've had your oven preheating at 350 degrees. And you're going to put those mashed taters right on top of that shepherd's pie mix. And again, whatever you've got left over from these mashed potatoes could, well, there's actually not going to be any leftover mashed potatoes in this bowl. But if you did have too many mashed potatoes, you could always make them into little potato cakes tomorrow morning or Sunday morning. You know, things that you cook, they keep about a week. You know, I mean, that's good food handling. If you cooked it on a Monday, you want to eat it by Sunday. You got 7 days from the time that you cooked it. Okay, so you'll see all the skins from the potatoes are in there. All the potatoes off of it. Make sure we smooth that around. You know, I wonder if I started doing my videos as Earl cooks in the kitchen, if it would get more response, because it seems like fucking ignorant dickhole redneck assholes, they get all kinds of views. And although I may sound like an ignorant redneck asshole, I am not. I'm not from here, I promise. What the fuck happened to my Parmesan cheese? Here we go. So I've got, at this point, grated Parmesan cheese. And I'm just going to give it a little coating. And I'm going to throw that in the oven. It doesn't matter if that cooks in the oven for 20 minutes or if that cooks in the oven for an hour and a half. It'll be ready whenever your significant other or your children get home. So, my dirty ass oven. In the oven. Walk away from it. It's ready whenever you are. And then while you're waiting on your shepherd's pie to cook, you come out in the yard and make a fire for your wife to come home to on a Friday. That'll be exciting. Multitasking. Food's not difficult, folks. And just like that, you got shepherd's pie. I put it on my finest china because I'm actually in the backyard this evening. So when I'm done, I'm gonna put the plate in the fire. Anyway, give me a second. Yep, shepherd's pie. Perhaps I'll make something else tasty tomorrow. Fuckers.